Hello everyone! Pag-usapan natin ang standard equation ng isang hyperbola with center at any point hk sa ating Cartesian plane at kung paano natin siya may gagraph. But first, let us be familiar sa itsura ng isang hyperbola at yung parts niya. Kung mapapansin natin, etong block na curve, etong magkabilaan, eto ang ating hyperbola, palagi silang magkapares. And then we can see many dotted lines, sila yung mga kailangan natin para mas maigraph natin na mas maayos yung ating hyperbola. Recall natin ang mabilisan yung points ng ating hyperbola. Etong nasa gitna, this is our center. And then meron tayong dalawang vertices, vertex 1, andito, tsaka yung ating vertex 2. Ito yung point kung saan nagbabago yung direction ng ating hyperbola. And then meron din tayong dalawang fixed point, makikita natin kung saan nagbubukas yung ating hyperbola. Ito, this is our focus 1, and then this is our focus 2. Since yung hyperbola natin ay opening to the left and to the right, yung focus natin ay makikita natin to the left and to the right ng ating vertex. Tapos kung makikita natin this yellow line na dumadaan sa ating center, vertex at yung focus, ito yung tinatawag natin na transverse axis. Mahalaga siya para malaman natin yung orientation ng ating hyperbola. In this case, horizontal yung ating transverse axis or pahiga siya, kaya yung ating hyperbola ay bumubukas sa ating kanan at kaliwa. Kapag ang transverse axis natin ay vertical or patayo, yung hyperbola naman natin is opening upwards or downwards. And then etong green na line na nandito, this is our conjugate axis. Etong conjugate axis na to is always perpendicular sa ating transverse axis. Kaya dahil horizontal yung transverse axis natin, etong conjugate axis natin ay vertical, as we can see in our drawing. And then given this conjugate axis, etong point na to na nasa taas niya, this is our covertex 1, at eto naman yung ating covertex 2, we represent them as our letter B. And then lastly, etong apat na points natin, kung saan yung distance niya is perpendicular din sa ating transverse axis. Tapos ang reference point natin ay yung ating focus. Sila yung ating latus rectum. This is our LR1, LR2 sa baba, and then LR3 dito, and then LR4. Pwede magkapalit-palit yung positioning ng ating subscript. Pwedeng malipat dito sa LR1 o kaya dito sa LR2 as long as tama yung plotting ng points natin at yung distance nila. And as we talk about distance, tignan natin yung ating standard equation ng ating hyperbola. As we have here, ito na yung gagamitin natin. We have x minus h squared over a squared minus, ito yung crucial sa kanya, ito yung isa sa pagkakaiba niya sa standard equation ng ellipse, and then y minus k squared over b squared is equal to 1. Ito yung standard equation kapag ang transverse axis natin ay horizontal, pero kapag vertical or patayo yung ating transverse axis, ang pagpapalitin lang natin ay yung values ng ating y minus k squared tsaka yung ating x minus h squared. Kaya kapag ka nauna si x minus h squared, bago kay y minus k squared, then our transverse axis is horizontal. Pero, kapag yung y minus k squared naman ang nauna, bago dun sa ating x minus h squared, then our transverse axis is vertical. Ito yung makakapagsabi ng orientation ng ating hyperbola. Then kapag alam na natin yung orientation niya, yung h, tsaka yung k na nandito, sila yung coordinates ng center ng ating hyperbola. H is the x-coordinate ng center, k is the y-coordinate of our center. Kaya sa ating Cartesian plane, if this is our center, ang coordinates niya ay h and then k. Then yung a naman na nandito, siya yung distansya between our center and our vertex. Kaya kailangan natin siya para maiplot natin yung ating hyperbola, and then yung b naman na nandito, that is the distance between our center and our covertex. Ito yung gamit ng a at b sa ating plotting ng hyperbola. Then ang susunod, yung distansya naman between our center and focus, we use our variable c. Makukuha natin siya using this formula. Our c is just the square root of a squared plus b squared. Makukuha naman natin yung c kasi meron tayong values ng a at b. Then ang susunod na point naman na concern natin ay yung ating LR. The distance between our LR and our focus, yung nandito, that is just always equal to b squared over a. Yung nakasulat dito sa baba. Same here, focus 1 to LR2 is also b squared over a. Pati dito kay LR3 hanggang kay focus 2, tapos focus 2 to, this is LR4. Kaya importante yung mga formula na nandito. And lastly, kung mapansin natin, we have this yellow dotted line, pati nandito sa kabila. Sila yung ating asymptotes. Ibig sabihin, yung hyperbola natin ay lalapit ng lalapit sa kanya, pero hindi sila magiging magkadikit. This is true as we extend our graph. And then, para ma-drawing natin yung ating asymptote, kailangan lang natin ay yung rectangle na nabuo using this green dotted line. And then, kung mapansin natin, ang reference point natin ay yung ating vertex at ating covertex. Nag-drawing lang tayo ng horizontal at vertical lines para mabuo siya. And then, kunin natin yung corners ng ating rectangle. Tapos, pwede na nating ma-drawing yung asymptotes by connecting yung corners natin at yung center ng ating hyperbola. So, this is how we draw our asymptotes. Sila yung mga importanteng points and lines para mag-graph natin yung ating hyperbola galing sa ating standard equation. Ngayong alam na natin sila, let us try to apply this sa ating example. We have to plot the graph of our hyperbola with our equation y minus 1 squared over 2 squared minus x minus 3 squared over 1 squared is equal to 1. For our first step, kailangan muna nating alamin yung orientation ng ating hyperbola. At para malaman natin yun, ang titignan natin ay yung una nating fraction. We have y minus 1 squared over 2 squared. And then observing yung ating variable, meron tayong y. Kaya kung babalikan natin yung ating standard equation, this is our y minus k. Dahil yung y minus k squared, siya yung nasa unahan, then our hyperbola has a vertical transverse axis. At ang equation ng hyperbola with vertical transverse axis ay y minus k squared over a squared minus x minus h squared over b squared is equal to 1. And then kung mapansin natin, meron tayong value ng ating k, ng ating h, tapos yung ating a na nasa denominator and then same as dun sa ating b. With this, nakita natin na yung ating given ay nasa standard equation ng isang hyperbola that has a vertical transverse axis. And then we write down our values. Mag-uumpisa na ako sa h kasi siya yung x-coordinate ng ating center bago ko isusulat yung ating k. Kaya we have our h mula dito sa ating given that is just equal to 3. So let me write down our h is equal to 3. Tapos yung k naman natin, here, this is just equal to 1. Kaya sulat din natin our k is equal to 1. Tapos doon naman tayo sa ating denominator, meron tayong a. Take note lang na yung a natin ay yung nasa baba lang, hindi kasama yung ating exponent na 2. Kaya that is just equal to 2. We have our a that is equal to 2. And lastly, for our b, yung b squared natin is 1 squared, kaya that is just 1. Then our b is just equal to 1. Then kunin na rin natin yung ibang values para pagpa-plot natin, dire-diretso na tayo. As we recall from our discussion earlier, na yung distansya between our center and focus is equal to c. At yung c natin is just equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. Kaya na naman siyang isolve kasi we have our a that is equal to 2 at b natin that is equal to 1. Then solving it, we have our c is just equal to the square root of, ang a natin is 2, so this is 2 squared. Tapos ang b natin is 1, so this is 1 and then squared. Extend natin yung ating square root and then this is equal to, the square root of 2 squared is just 4 and then 1 squared is just 1, so this is square root of 5. Pwede mo na siyang iwan dito, pero kung gagamit ka ng calcu, our square root of 5 is 2.24. Ngayong na-compute na natin siya, lagay ko na lang siya dito sa part na to. Again, our c is square root of 5 or equal to 2.24. Then, kunin na rin natin yung ating b squared over a. Ito yung distansya between our focus and LR. This is equal to, ang b natin is 1, so we have 1 squared is just 1. Over a, ang a naman natin is 2, so this is 1 over 2, or in decimal, 0.5. Ang ating b squared over a is just equal to 0.5. Ngayong nakuha na natin yung distance na kailangan natin, we can now plot our hyperbola. Magsimula tayo sa ating center. Ang center has the coordinates of hk. Palagi yan. H is the x-coordinate of our center and k is the y-coordinate of our center. Since meron na tayong value ng h tsaka nung k, then easily our center is at h is 3 and then k is 1. We can then plot this on our Cartesian plane. Our 3, 1 is around this point. This is our center. Then ang susunod na point natin ay yung ating vertex. By looking at our standard equation, our transverse axis is vertical or patayo. Kaya ang gagawin natin, from our drawing, mula sa ating center, I will be drawing a vertical line that passes through our center. Ito yung ating transverse axis. Tapos kung mapapansin natin, dahil ang movement natin ay pataas at pababa, dahil dito rin natin makikita yung ating vertex, from our reference point na center, magdadagdag at magbabawas tayo sa y-coordinate niya nung ating A. Kasi the distance between our center and vertex is just equal to A. Tapos again, kaya sa y, kasi ang movement natin ay towards the positive y-axis and negative y-axis. Kaya kapag sinulat natin yon, to get our vertex V, we can compute it from our center na 3, 1, magdadagdag at magbabawas tayo dun sa y-coordinate niya nung A natin, which is just equal to 2. So this is 1 plus and minus 2. This is for our vertex. Unahin na natin yung addition. We have our vertex 1, same x-coordinate 3, tapos dun sa y-coordinate niya, magdadagdag tayo. So this is 1 plus 2, that is just equal to 3. And then for our vertex 2, gamitin naman natin yung ating subtraction. We have 3 and then 1 minus 2, that is just equal to negative 1. Ang vertex 1 natin at vertex 2 ay nandito sa points na to. Dahil nakuha na natin, pwede na natin siyang ilagay dito sa ating Cartesian plane. Our vertex 1 is at 3, 3. So we can find it here. This is our V1. Tapos ang vertex 2 naman natin ay nasa 3, negative 1. So we are at this point. This is our V2. Then tuloy na natin yung points dito sa ating transverse axis. Kunin naman natin yung ating focus. Balikan natin yung ating computation na nandito. Kung ang distance between our center and vertex is equal to A, ang distansya naman between our center and focus is equal to C. And again, ang focus natin ay makikita natin sa transverse axis, kaya ang movement ulit natin ay towards the positive y-axis and negative y-axis from our reference point na center. Kaya we apply the same concept para makuha natin ang focus. Mula sa ating center na 3, 1, magdadagdag at magbabawas tayo ng ating distance na C, which is 2.24 dun sa ating y-coordinate ng ating center. Kaya this will become plus and minus 2.24. This is for our focus. Then again, mag-umpisa tayo sa addition. We have our focus 1 is just equal to 3. And then 1 plus 2.24, this is 3.24. Tapos to get our focus 2, doon naman tayo sa ating subtraction. So we have 3 and then 1 minus 2.24. Kaya this will become same x-coordinate na 3 tapos negative 1.24. Now we have our focus 1 and focus 2. Pwede na natin siyang ilagay dito sa ating Cartesian plane. For our focus 1, 3 and then 3.24, aangat lang tayo mula sa ating 3. Kaya kapag pinlat natin, ang focus natin is around this point. This is our focus 1. Tapos ang focus 2 naman natin ay nasa 3, negative 1.24. Mula kay negative 1, bababa lang tayo ng kaunti. This is our focus 2. Nakuha na natin yung ating vertices, nakuha na natin yung focus. Ngayon, punta naman tayo sa ating covertex. Ang covertex naman natin ay makikita natin sa ating conjugate axis. At dahil kung titignan natin yung ating drawing, ang conjugate axis natin ay palaging perpendicular sa transverse axis. Dahil ang transverse axis natin ay vertical mula dun sa ating center, then ang conjugate axis naman natin is vertical and then passing through our center. Then ang reference point natin ay center, ang movement naman natin ay towards the positive x-axis and then negative x-axis. At ang distansya between our center and our covertex ay eto namang b natin dito, which is just equal to 1. Kaya siya yung idadagdag at ibabawas natin dun sa x-coordinate naman ng ating center. Kaya kapag ginawa natin yon, balik tayo sa ating computation. Our covertex b is just equal to, again, ang reference point natin ay center, pero yung x-coordinate naman ang dadagdagan at babawasan natin ng b natin, which is 1. So this is 3 and then plus and minus, our b is 1. Tapos same yung ating y-coordinate na 1 pa rin. Then we have our covertex 1. For this one, gagamitin ko muna yung subtraction para nasa kaliwa yung ating b1. So we have 3 minus 1, that is just equal to 2 and then 1. Tapos, for our covertex 2, addition naman, we have 3 plus 1, this is 4, and then 1, this is our covertex 2. Kapag nilagay natin sila sa ating drawing, covertex 1 ay nandito at 2, 1. This is our B sub 1. Tapos nasa 4, 1 naman yung ating co-vertex 2. This is our B sub 2. Then yung huling points na kailangan natin ay yung ating latus rectum. Ang reference point naman natin for our latus rectum ay yung ating dalawang focus, focus 1 and focus 2. Tapos ang movement natin ay perpendicular sa ating transverse axis, kaya from our focus 1 and focus 2, dito tayo sa ating positive x and negative x axis. Same here dito sa ating focus 2, to the right and to the left. Kaya magdadagdag at magbabawas tayo dun sa x-coordinate ng ating focus 1 at focus 2, and the distance between our focus and LR is our b squared over a, yung na-compute natin kanina na 0.5. Dahil na-compute na natin siya kanina, yung ating b squared over a, apply na lang natin siya sa ating computation. So let us go back from our focus 1 and focus 2 na nandito para makuha natin yung ating LR1 and then LR2. So let me use LR1, 2. Dito tayo mag-umpisa sa ating focus 1 as our reference point. Ang movement ulit natin ay nasa x-axis. Kaya ang gagawin natin is we have our 3 and then idadagdag at ibabawas natin yung ating b squared over a na 0.5 and then we use the same y-coordinate na 3.24. Then for our LR 3 and 4, ang reference point naman natin ay yung ating focus 2 na 3, negative 1.24. We use the same analysis. We add and subtract our b squared over a dun sa x-coordinate natin. Kaya this is plus or minus 0.5. And then yung ating y-coordinate, this is negative 1.24 mula sa ating focus 2. Then we only need to perform our operation. Unahin ko na yung subtraction para nasa kaliwa siya. So we have our LR1. This is equal to 3 minus 0.5. That is 2.5 and then 3.24. This is our LR1. And our LR2, doon naman tayo sa ating addition. So we have 3 plus 0.5, kaya this is equal to 3.5. And then yung ating y-coordinate, hindi pa rin naman nagbabago, kaya this is 3.5 and then 3.24. Susunod naman yung ating LR3 and then LR4. Dito muna tayo sa ating subtraction. We have 3 minus 0.5, this is 2.5 and then negative 1.24. And lastly, we have our LR4. We do our addition, so this is 3 plus 0.5, kaya this is 3.5 and then negative 1.24. Ngayong nakuha na natin yung ating apat na LR, ilalagay na lang natin sila dito sa ating graph. Simula tayo sa ating LR1. Ang ating 2.5 ay nasa gitna ng ating 2 and 3, kaya from our focus, ang LR1 natin ay mapupunta dito sa point na to. Tapos, andito naman ang ating LR2 sa 2.5, negative 1.24. Tapos, ang LR3 naman natin is around this point, 3.5 and then 3.24. And lastly, usod ko lang yung ating F2. Let me write down sa baba ang ating focus 2. Our LR4 ay nandito, nasa 3.5, negative 1.24. Hindi ko na nailagay yung ating label kasi medyo masikip na siya, pero this is our LR1. Ito ang ating LR2. Tapos, this is our LR3 and this is our LR4. Last part na kailangan natin ay yung ating asymptotes. Para makuha natin yung ating asymptotes mula sa ating vertex at sa ating co-vertex, magdodrawing lang tayo ng horizontal and vertical lines para makabuo tayo ng rectangle. Starting here sa ating vertex 1, tapos sa baba sa ating vertex 2, tapos vertical line naman sa ating co-vertex 1, and then also vertical line sa ating co-vertex 2. Then markahan natin yung ating corners, yung apat na corners ng ating rectangle, and then mula dun sa ating center, let us draw lines na tumatama dun sa ating corners, tapos dumadaan din sa ating center para makuha natin yung ating asymptotes. So we have here, tapos sa kabila naman, we draw our line passing through the corners and our center. Now we have our asymptotes. Finally, we can graph our hyperbola by connecting our vertex and our LR na hindi tayo tatama sa ating asymptotes. Now we have our hyperbola with our equation y minus 1 squared over 2 squared minus x minus 3 squared over 1 squared is equal to 1. This is the graph of our hyperbola with this standard equation. Medyo mahaba lang yung process kasi we have to get our center, our vertices, our co-vertices, yung dalawang foci, and then yung apat na lateral recta. After those, kukunin pa natin yung dalawang asymptotes, then tsaka lang natin may gagraph yung ating hyperbola. This is the process kung paano tayo makakagraph ng ating hyperbola from our standard equation. Thank you for watching.